Okay, so you guys saw the title. I apologize for this creepy lighting. For whatever reason, the light bulbs in my old bedroom do not work, and I'm currently staying at my parents' house, and so therefore we have this incredibly creepy Halloween-styled lighting. I promise I'm not doing a scary story time, and I also promise I'm not taking a thumbnail right now. But before I get into this video, I want to acknowledge that the title is true. It is very much so true. And before I get into that, I want to say that I do not regret the 5 years I spent with someone that I truly cared about. I am honored to have been a part of that relationship, and I think it's awesome, you know, what we experienced, what we accomplished together, and all that we went through together. I have nothing bad to say about the relationship, and I likely never will. But with that being said, this is where I get nervous. I also want to start off by saying that I never forgot who I was, okay? Just because I was in this really long relationship doesn't mean I forgot who I was, what I wanted. Of course, I, associated myself with that person. Of course, I was hurt. Of course, I felt lonely. Of course, I had to adjust and adapt and heal. Of course I did. But I never lost who I was. I never forgot what I wanted or who I was. And I want to make that extremely clear. I don't think it's necessary for me to go soul searching or anything like that. I've always known who I was. I've always known who I am and who I can be. And that has not changed whatsoever. All I really needed to do was heal and take some time away from absolutely everything. And I have certainly done that. And I think I've done a really good job of doing that. And I'm pretty proud of that, to be honest with you. Everyone handles things differently, and I can respect that. I think I've handled it as best as I possibly could. I think I've focused on myself. I think I've made my decisions for myself. I think I've done a good job of not necessarily finding myself again, but sort of, coming back together and being able to move forward happier and healthier than I think I ever would have been in that prior relationship. And I truly mean that. This isn't me saying this because I want you to, think I'm like this strong, independent person and then my next video is going to be me crying to you guys. Like, no, like I genuinely mean this. This is serious shit. This isn't like, YouTube shit. This is like, no, this is me away from the camera, figuring myself out, getting my shit together so that I'm able to come back to the camera, which is what I truly enjoy. I've made that pretty apparent, and move forward happier and healthier than I think I ever would have been otherwise. And that is also something that I'm extremely, extremely proud of, and I hope that you are proud of me as well, because obviously, I like people to feel proud of me. I like that pride. It boosts my ego. Boost my ego. I'm not going to pretend I'm happy when I'm not. Okay, I'm not going to sit here and tell you, life advice when I don't have it. If I'm not practicing what I'm preaching, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to give you advice that I'm not also applying to my life. That's like the definition of dog shit bullshit. Okay, I'm not doing that. And I knew I couldn't. I refused to. And that's exactly why, or at least one of the reasons, I took a 4-month break from social media. I came back for a little bit, but I acknowledge I was still pretty upset and sad, and I didn't think it was appropriate or healthy for me to come back. So I wanted to wait. I wanted to focus on myself and the girl I'm talking to, because that didn't come until after I'd been attacked by a few people online and lied about a lot. And that was the only reason I really came back to YouTube in the beginning, was to essentially clear my name, or at least tell you guys that I'm alive, because a lot of people thought I was dead. And as much as I appreciated the attention and sympathy and all the fan accounts posting these really dramatic death posts about me, it was fucking weird. So I felt obligated to tell y'all, hey, you know what, I'm breathing. I'm also not saying I've moved on to come off as I don't care about my past relationship or my ex. That's not what I'm trying to do at all. I'm not here to make anyone jealous or upset or, make anyone feel that I got the last laugh of any kind. It just so happens that I truly have moved on. It is the truth. And to be honest with you, I wasn't going to tell anyone this. I wasn't going to make this public. I wanted to be the one to make this public. But unfortunately, my ex did make a video essentially announcing that I have moved on, and essentially implied that I'm with a new person. And of course, that made the comment section go crazy. People are losing their minds. And once again, I'm unable to escape this cesspool of bullshit. And I'm genuinely very upset that I wasn't able to have that privacy and be the one to tell you, because obviously I have 2 million subscribers, and I wanted to protect this girl from that. Okay, I wanted to be able to actually experience her away from social media. I didn't want a girl that's all over social media. I didn't want some LA chick flown here to date me for content. Like, I wanted a real relationship that I found naturally, that I enjoyed, and I wanted to pursue that in a healthy, mature manner, And I genuinely feel like that has been taken from me now that our whole fan base knows that I'm talking to someone, because of course now everyone's wondering who the f this girl is. And I now realize that if I take her out, if we go somewhere, you know, obviously fans are going to see us, especially where I live. And I don't want her to be nervous or scared of like people taking pictures, because that will happen. Like, I'm very upset that I wasn't able to continue to pursue this relationship in a way that I found healthy and on my own time, privately. And it's very unfortunate that it's been made public like this. It sucks. And obviously, as you can imagine, the girl I'm talking to is quite terrified now. She's very scared and nervous. She's not the type of girl to do social media. It just sucks that like that was sort of taken from me. I don't like that. I had acknowledged on an Instagram live that I did that I was talking to someone. I did talk about her a little bit. You guys were asking me and I felt obligated to answer. And if you were on that Instagram live, you know that it's pretty obvious when I talk about her, I get very happy, genuinely. Like, it's kind of hard to like fake a smile or like keep my smile from, like, as corny as that sounds. Like, when I talk about her, I genuinely like have this like rush of just, you know, like, I don't know what you'd call meth. I just feel good talking about her. And I think the people that were on my Instagram live that day when I was talking about it could see that. And everyone in there was very happy for me and excited. And obviously they were asking me more questions. I wasn't answering them because I felt like that was inappropriate. I didn't want people to know about her to that extent. I wanted to keep her safe, secure, and protected, because, you know, when you're an influencer and you have 2 million subscribers, you have this obligation to protect the people around you, and you have to be mature and understand that. And it's unfortunate that I wasn't able to keep her like out of the limelight, because although I understand a lot of you are going to be like, oh, I don't care, like, that's unfortunately not the case for everyone. You know, we have fans that are very, very, very invested in our lives, and when someone comes out and says that I've moved on and I'm talking to a different girl, obviously they want to figure that out. And I don't want her to feel scared and nervous every time we go out wondering who's taking a picture, because that really does happen, guys. Like, that's the reality, like, especially in my hometown. I just got kind of emotional and rambled a lot. I'm gonna cut that out and just say this. Basically, I wanted to protect her. I'm from Springfield, Missouri. I live here still. I like to live with my friends, so no, I haven't moved to LA. And the thing is when you're in a small town in Missouri, there's not a lot of YouTubers around. And the YouTubers that are around are only YouTubers because of me. So like, when I go out, like, I am like the social media kid, as I guess douchey as that sounds, but I really am. And there are people that take pictures. There are people coming up to me no matter where I go. And I'll admit, I've gone to certain places, and of course I'm wearing a hat, sunglasses, a mask, and people will still recognize me. And sometimes, like, I've been at Walmart, Target, a couple other Home Depot, Lowe's with this girl, and people will come up to like me and somehow recognize me and just like obviously lose their minds, which I appreciate. I don't want any like confusion. Like, I really do appreciate it. But what I'm saying is, if I have this girl here that I'm trying to keep a secret, or keep low key at least, and everyone knows about her and they're trying to figure it out, that is going to create some serious tension, and I'm very upset that that has been started. I also want to make it clear that this is not some corny attempt to, you know, rebound or whatever you want to call it, okay? If you'd be extremely naive to assume that I was just like walking out of my apartment every single day just begging for a girlfriend, looking left and right, okay? I didn't want another girlfriend. I wanted to be single. Single is fun, okay? I was in a relationship for 5 years, and being single is very fun, for obvious reasons. It wasn't like I was just out here looking for someone to replace my ex. It just so happened that by like fate, this happened, and I just sort of, it just happened. Like, I'm not gonna dramatize this shit for all of you. I'm not gonna clickbait you. I'm not gonna thirst trap you into like a series of videos and every other day it's about this, and like I'm not answering any questions. Like, no, like, it just fucking happened. I don't know. I don't even have an explanation. My friends will be like, Jack, what the fuck are you doing? I thought we were gonna be single. And I'm like, dude, I like her. I don't know what you want me to do about it. Like, I really do. Like, and I don't mean like I kind of like her, but like, I don't know. I mean, she's like, no, like, you gotta pursue what you need, not necessarily what you want, but she's what I need and what I want, you know what I mean? Once again, this is not an attempt to make someone jealous. This is not an attempt to rebound, okay? I'm proud of who I am as a person by myself. I'm finally, for the first time in a very long time, able to be alone and be entirely content and comfortable. And I think at that point was when I was able to say, you know what, okay, you know, this girl is awesome, extremely cute, absolutely hilarious. I could go on. I'm ready for this. I'll be damned if I let someone like her slip away because I was so eager to be a whore and be single or just, you know, be independent. Like, no, dude, like I like this person. She makes me happy. Like she's not my source of happiness though. I'm not like miserable until she comes over. That's not it. But when she's over, it's just awesome. Like I don't know how else to say that. Like I don't want to sound corny. I don't want to repeat myself, but like it is. I haven't felt like that in a long time, and I hope that you can like find a way to be happy for me. I'm trying to think of what I want to say because this is extremely important to me, and I understand it's extremely important to you too. But as you can imagine, when you're in a pitch black room with a beaming light burning your retinas, it's rather hard to think of concepts. But in the meantime, I just want to once again emphasize that I'm trying to do this as mature as possible. I wanted to pursue this relationship privately, you know, as healthy and mature as I possibly could. It unfortunately doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do that because I want to be able to take her, you know, to the movies. I want to be able to take her to here, this restaurant, and not be worried about, you know, who's taking a picture of us, who's talking about us, or who's taking this picture and sending it to Keemstar, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want her to be like this massive secret anymore. Because now she's not a secret, and now people are just gonna be like, you know, like aggressively trying to figure it out. And I hope that you're able to like, I know like a lot of people watching this aren't gonna be able to relate, but I hope that you're able to at least try to understand what that's like, okay? It fucking sucks. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it fucking sucks. It's very unfortunate, and although I did sign up for this, I knew this would happen, I did want to keep this a secret, and once again, I'm very hurt that it was made public without my consent or anything. Like that's just wrong. I'm also not going to be dramatizing this, okay? This is extremely important to me. Like YouTube clickbait views aside, like this is very important to me, and I understand this is also extremely I also understand this is a very serious thing to you guys as well. For those of you that have supported me for years, it's obviously a humongous deal. And I recognize now that she's not necessarily a secret anymore. I might as well, in a way, introduce her at least so that there's not this like constant, you know, bombardment in my comment section of people talking about, oh, I saw this, or I read this, or he commented on this, are they dating, like I just don't want that. I don't think you guys want that either. Every time I'm checking my comments, I don't want to be seeing, oh my gosh, he's dating this YouTuber, like that's just going to make me want to throw up. I'm not going to be making videos dissing someone or sub-dissing someone or trying to expose someone or, you know, creating some thirst trap, you know, about who am I going to date or anything like that. Like, this is a serious subject to me. This is important to me. And when I look back on how I handled this situation, I want to be able to be proud. And I understand these videos I've been posting are not fun, they're not entertaining, but they're not supposed to be. Okay, and I assure you, now that I'm mentally okay, I'm happy again, I'm healthy, I'm excited for the future, and I'll acknowledge that this new girl, for lack of a better term, does have a lot to do with that. For the first time when she comes over, I'm like excited. I'm, you know, into it. Like, I'm like, what are we gonna do? What do you want to do? Like, do you like this? Do you like that? Like, you know, it's kind of like the honeymoon stage, but it's the fact of the matter is I've known this girl for so long. My friends absolutely love her. My sister absolutely loves her. My family absolutely loves her. Like, I've known her. It's not like she just fell from the fucking sky and I was like, damn, she's got a nice ass, I'm in love. No, that's not how it worked. Like, I've known her for years. She's known me for years. Like, and I never considered actually dating her or talking to her or even pursuing her whatsoever. I just always thought she was one of the cutest things in the world. But like I kind of kept that to myself for obvious reasons. But like, damn, it really seems like it really seems as close to perfect as you can, you know, realistically get. When I say my sister, my friends, and my family absolutely love her, I mean, they do. Like, and I think over time, eventually you'll understand why. At the same time though, I hope that you guys are able to understand that this is not a race to see who can, replace the other person faster. Okay, that's not what it is. Everyone handles things differently. You might find someone a week after breaking up, or you might find someone years after breaking up. But I want this to be like a message for all of you watching this that have gone through a breakup or will eventually, because it's inevitable. Okay, you always have to understand that breakups happen for a reason. And then when it's over, you have your time to heal, figure yourself out. Perhaps if you've lost yourself, find yourself again, come back better than ever. And then there's gonna be something, down the road that will make you happy again, I promise. Okay, and that happens for absolutely everyone. Bottom line is, I know who I am. I know what's best for me. I have more context than anyone when it comes to myself, and I hope that you're able to understand that, but also understand that I do appreciate your concerns, your suggestions, and I'm sure I'm gonna get a bunch in the comment section about moving on too fast, things like that, and I understand that, and I appreciate that, and I want you to know that I truly do read those, and I truly do think about it. I do consider them, but I will also want you to hopefully respect the fact that I truly know what is best for me. I always have, or at least for the most part. I say always, but sometimes I masturbate too often, or I eat junk food, but I'm saying for the most part, I know what's best for me when it comes to serious shit like this. And when I tell you that I am 100% certain this is right for me, or at least something that I want to try and pursue, because I genuinely see something here, and I don't just see it and I'm like, oh my god, hot girl. I'm talking, I see it, I feel it, I wake up cuddling a pill. No, I'm just playing. For the past month and a half or so, I've been entirely comfortable with being alone, being myself, and fortunately that was when this girl, fell from the sky and blessed me with her love and affection. But hopefully you understand what I'm trying to say, okay? I mean, goddamn, do you see my armpits? I'm really sweaty, guys. This is a huge deal. I'm extremely nervous. I hate that I even have to come out here and talk about a girl that I wanted to keep private. I think this is incredibly immature, inappropriate, and a shitty situation for me and her. A very unfair situation for her in particular. But it is what it is. Bottom line is, I know what I want. I know who I am, who I can become, and I'm happy. And I don't mean I'm so happy, oh my gosh, guys, look at me, learn from me, buy this, buy this, buy this. I'm talking like I'm genuinely happy. And when people are happy, they don't feel like they need to emphasize that, but obviously I have been, because I just want it to be incredibly clear that I truly am happy. Okay, I'm not out here, just busting nuts all over the ceiling fan when I wake up in the morning, but I'm certainly not depressed when I wake up staring at the ceiling fan and there's this glob of ugh. I think I've said all that I really can think of. I'm sure that as soon as the camera turns off and I'm in my car playing video games, I'm gonna immediately think of 10 different things I should have said, but of course that's part of it. But I wanna talk about this girl for a little bit. She has done more for me than I think she realizes. If it was not for her, I'd be very sick right now. Although I have mentioned that I'm my own person, I'm happy and I'm comfortable being alone. That doesn't mean I haven't been depressed. That doesn't mean I haven't been sad. That doesn't mean I haven't felt loneliness. Okay, you can feel that at any time. But I will honestly say that if it wasn't for this girl, I really don't know what the fuck I'd be doing right now. I don't know how I'd be. I don't know where I don't know. I don't really want to think about it. I don't want to I don't want to dramatize it. I don't want to be corny. But just understand that if it wasn't for this person, I don't know what. I keep doing this with my hands because I'm kind of there's no words for it, but if it wasn't for this girl, I would be in a much darker, much more confused, much more lost, much more lonely and depressed place than I would otherwise, and I will always owe her for that. I mean, she's done a lot for me, and perhaps you guys will absolutely hate her, but if you do, just understand that I sure as fuck don't, and she has done a lot for me, and I hope that you can respect that. I don't want to come off as oh, I'm in love, we're gonna get married tomorrow type of anything like that. Okay, obviously that's unhealthy, and that would truly be cringe and absolute bullshit. I'm not gonna lie to you like that, but she has done so much for me and truly helped me in ways that no one else in this world has ever been able to. And when I say that, I fucking mean it, guys. On God, this person is not for one, I just wanted to point this out. If you're thinking, I just got some chick with a fat ass and big old titties, blonde chick, flew her in here from LA, she's slept with Dan Blazerian a couple times. No, that's not it at all. Okay, and I think that when I eventually introduce her, because at this point I'm going to have to. Probably a lot sooner than I had hoped to do. When I introduce her and you guys see her and meet her, I think you'll see that. Like, I really do. I think you're gonna quickly pick up on the fact, like, oh shit, like, this is real. Like, this is, like, I'm gonna hold off from, like, talking about it. I don't wanna get, like, in details, you know what I mean? But, like, goddamn, you know what I mean? I'm gonna recap absolutely everything. I think it's unfortunate that my privacy was blatantly breached. I think it's unfortunate that I even had to make this video, but I felt like it was appropriate, and I of course would have made a video eventually talking about this, but certainly not now. I know what I want, I know who I am, and I know what I have and what I can be. And I'm not gonna let a girl like this slip through my fingers, and I hope that you're able to understand that and be happy for me. My goal, my visions, they haven't changed, okay? I want to do YouTube, and I would absolutely love to do YouTube with someone that I like or someone that I care for, and to be honest, I was going to do it alone, and then I was going to do it with some of my friends. I might introduce her rather sooner than I thought I would, and if I enjoy that and I make a video with her and I'm like, you know, this is awesome, people really like it, and even if you don't like it, but as long as I'm happy and as long as I'm enjoying it and she's enjoying it and we feel like we're doing something that, you know, we enjoy and we're passionate for, and I'm not gonna sit here and act like she's just gonna hop on to be the best YouTuber ever. She's never done it. She doesn't do social media. She's not this clout chaser type of thing, like, by any means, okay? I don't know how it's going to go, but if we film a video and I enjoy it and it's fun to edit and, you know, make, and when I put it out you guys like it, I mean, that would be a f***ing dream come true. Like, that's not, like, that is still my goal. Like, my goal hasn't changed, you know what I mean? And I hope that you're able to at least sort of understand that. I've recently sold the companies that I built and started myself, some of which I started, you know, as a sophomore or junior in high school. I've also sold my percentages of other companies that I was a part of when I was building them with other people. I've essentially, long story short, sort of gotten all my distractions out of the way so that I can really focus on this and be happy and, you know, not necessarily stress-free. There's no such thing as that, but at least be able to choose what stresses me out. And when I'm stressed out about YouTube, I in a weird way, I kind of enjoy it still. You gotta choose how you suffer. Everyone suffers. You have to choose how. You have to consciously decide how you are going to suffer, because you can't avoid suffering in life, and I want you all to understand that. And if I'm going to suffer, I'd rather suffer for something that I'm truly passionate for, or someone that I'm truly enjoy and like and feel something for. And I think I'm on the right track to that. And I know I've rambled a lot, perhaps repeated myself multiple times, but if you've made it to the end of this video, I hope that you have a better understanding of this. I hope you understand where I'm coming from. Yeah. I'm gonna film a video with her. I'm just gonna do it. I'm not gonna pretend that I'm not absolutely terrified, and I don't even know if she'll do it or not, but if she does, then if she's willing, I'll do it. She hasn't even talked to me about social media, so perhaps that'll be a little bit of a shock. But I'm gonna ask her to, and if she's down, I'll film it, and you guys will see her in a couple of days. I can't promise it'll be very good, but, you know, we'll see.